Dear friends, Namaskar. This video explains various steps to draw PERT-CPM networks, identify slack events, critical path, and also types of floats and their significance. To download notes, click on the link in the description box. Let us know the steps which helps to draw the network diagram. Always start with starting event of the network, number the event. Anyway, tail event number should be always less than the head event number as shown in the figure. Steps to be followed for calculation of EET. Follow forward path. Assume EET of the first event of the network equal to 0. EETF is equal to EETS plus TE if one activity is merging. If more than one activity is merging in a finished event, calculate EETF through all paths and take largest of EETF as EETF of that event. Steps to be followed for calculation of LET. Follow backward path. Start with last event of the network and for this event assume LET is equal to EET. LETS is equal to LETF minus TE if one activity is branching off. If more than one activity is branching off, then calculate LETS through all paths and take the smallest of this as LETS of that event. To identify critical path, identify critical events. Critical events are those for which EET is equal to LET, that is slack is equal to 0. Establish a continuous path through critical events. This is known as critical path. To achieve project duration, critical activities are to be completed within time. Slack. Slack is associated with the event. The slack for an event is equal to LET minus EET. Float. Float is associated with activity. Total float, that is TF, is equal to LETF minus EETS minus TE. Free float, FF, is equal to EETF minus EETS minus TE. Independent float, IF, is equal to EETF minus LETS minus TE. This is clearly described in the figure given below. Let us understand the significance of total float, free float, independent float. Total float is the extra time available to complete the activity if it is started as early as possible without delaying the completion of the project. Free float, it is the extra time available to complete the activity when the activity is started at EETS and completed by EETF. Independent float, it is the float under the most adverse conditions. Hence, when an activity has a positive independent float, it means that the activity has a cushion. It may be noted that the independent float of an activity may be negative, but total float, free float cannot be negative. If it is negative, it is taken as 0 for all practical purposes. Hope with this knowledge, you are able to tackle confidently the problems on networks. Have a nice learning day.